Sandhya, how are you?
I'm doing great, Ruma. Thank you
You,
so much.
you're looking gorgeous, Sandhya.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes. Sandhya, we really want to, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your experience. Wanted to learn from you, Sandhya. One is what have you achieved and what helped you achieve that? And then, you remember during the Diamond Focused Monday meeting, I asked this question there also. What helped you overcome self-belief issues? Many women said, when I started with self-belief issues. ये कैसे होगा वो कैसे होगा प्रोग्राम तो अच्छा है मुझसे होगा कि नहीं we want to learn all of that from you Sandhya how did you do this journey
Yeah, basically, Ruma, I started this whole thing in January. So till January, I was procrastinating. I was looking at myself in the mirror, wondering why have I reached this stage? Why I'm 53, I was 52 at that time, and I'm like wondering how do I go on in life like this with back issues, knee pain, thyroid, BP, the works. I was like from head to toe covered with issues. And reached a point, I was 71 kgs at that point in time, very uncomfortable with the way I was looking. Thankfully came across a Navite video on Facebook, watched your first introduction video, and then immediately signed up. And then very soon was a Diamond Lifetime member because I just found whatever you said resonated with me. And it really, and the way you've structured the whole program, it really worked for me. There was a push. Somebody was constantly at me, but it was Preena, my health coach, constantly calling me up and messaging me, how's everything going. So I think that really helps, that consistency. I was at that time I was sure I'm not going to be able to follow this through initially, but
mm-hmm.
that was the worry for me, that will I be able to get through this. But then very quickly started seeing results. So I think once I started seeing results, then that belief came in me that yes, I think I can do this.
Yes.
So, and then now, August came, I achieved 10 kg weight loss. I joined the Hall of Fame. Now it's 13 kgs weight loss till now. And I'm at 58 kilos right now. And, I can see it all around me. I can see, like, I just attended 2 weddings last week, and the compliments I got, it was people were asking, how did you do it? So I have told a lot of people about Navite. So spreading the joy around as much as one can. But I think it's just now I feel confident in the way I approach people, the way I talk to people, how I dress up. I was only in sleeveless in both the weddings, sleeveless blouses. I've got many of them made. So
proposal for marriage no
yeah, but
that happens
so confidence levels now have really shot up after all these years of seriously
amazing
having doubts about myself and where am I heading in life. And the back pain has reduced considerably. So and now I know what to do. So when I go, even if I do attend weddings, I know what I should have, what I should not have. I managed to maintain my weight. I have not. I was worried I would, after a Punjabi wedding and a Maharashtrian wedding, the kind of food, but
yes
I still was very conscious of what I would eat and what I would not eat, and that worked. I was noticeable to others also that why aren't you eating this and all, but I was very firm about it. So I think
yes
that having to manage my cravings. So I think it's really helped. Whatever you put us through, what I have gone through in the last 1 year has been all worth it. So
wonderful
thank you so much, Ruma, and to the Navite team. I think
anytime
I'm a
that's
different
amazing
person now. I'm a different person, I believe. I
that's
also
amazing
got the belief to go out and do work also. So now I've started working with an NGO, which I hadn't been doing in years. So now I started doing that also. So I
you've
think,
shifted your life altogether Sandhya
yeah, so very happy. So that's
amazing and what does your family have to say your immediate family your husband your children
Yeah,
what do they
they're all on the same thing. Now my kids have their salads and the proteins, the works, the meal plan is all going. So we don't make separate food in the house.
have
It's the same food made for everybody. And I think they're all kind of falling in line with me. So
Awesome,
my
awesome.
husband needs a little more work because he's a bit of a foodie. So I'm trying my level best.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think the whole house kind of revolves around this,
Amazing.
So.
Amazing. And Sandhya, do you feel that this just blends into your lifestyle, or do you have to do something very significantly different in order to
Absolutely
maintain,
not. I have
achieve what
managed very
you
well.
want?
I have managed very well. Only thing
Mhm.
is, I'm from Kerala, so when I go to Kerala, there is a lot of rice around. So I
Yeah.
carry my Rajmodi rice, which I get from Karnataka. That is the only rice I eat. Carry that
Uh-huh.
with me a little bit. So at least for me, I get some separate rice made. But
I see.
otherwise, I think it's working quite well. I manage anywhere I go.
You
So
are
I think
that's
it's very sustainable. So in that sense, I
yeah. So
find,
not having a strict diet plan really helps. Where you have to just eat this, eat that. So that kind of helps when you
yeah. So I manage anywhere. So I have no problems. The lifestyle is the way it has always been. It's just structured a little differently, but I have no issues. So in fact,
Beautiful.
people were quite surprised by that. So
That's
my friends were surprised. They're like, "How are you managing this? Do you have a strict diet plan?" And this and that. I'm like, no, there is no.
no
There
diet plan.
is, there is no diet plan, but
Diet
manage.
plan.
So they were all like, "Wow." So that's how it works. So it's really
Amazing.
helped me.
So Sandhya, just wanted to understand this, which many women, we started a discipline challenge also, and I feel and I sense also that women know what needs to be done, but when it comes to doing it, they find it difficult. Oftentimes key that comfort. I have to do something different. And for you also, it must have been like that, right? It was different from what you were doing before Jan, before you started Navitai. So would you have any tips for those women who's, even after knowing that I have to do this, that the feeling of doing something different and changing things around, telling their husbands and family, I have to go to the session to join at 7:30 p.m. Even many women find that difficult to do. Yeah. What would you suggest, or what would your tips be?
I stood up for myself. I just told, like, especially for these meetings, I have just told them all, please, this is how
Yeah.
it's going to be. In a way, you have to stand up for yourself, and you have
Yeah.
to tell everybody, this is what I'm going to be doing. You guys do
Yeah.
your own thing, but I have to do this. But in the
I,
process, everybody is now eating earlier. So that has also happened because I have to
yes.
eat before the session. So when I eat,
Huh.
they all eat. So that's one good
Amazing.
thing that has happened. So, but you
Amazing.
start small, I guess. I mean, anything that you start small, and then it then becomes pattern, it becomes behavior, it becomes routine. So
Yeah.
that's the only way to go about it, I feel. But I think it
Amazing.
eventually
Amazing.
it all falls into place. But yeah, you
Yes.
have to work a little hard at it. Mm.
Yes, eventually maybe it will be a little difficult to explain family members, but once we explain, the family members start to understand. So
Yeah.
that little discomfort. So I think what I want to share with everyone here. There may be a little discomfort in everything that you want to do, whether it be attending the sessions, whether it be attending the boot camp, because you may feel that I have to do so much of an explanation to isko bhi batao, usko bhi batao, lunch bhi prepare karo, dinner karo, kaise karo, khana kaise do, chote bacche hain. Maybe that discomfort will be there, but if you take one step and try it once and bring in your family members to understand that you're not just doing it for yourself. When I change, everybody else around me changes, then it becomes much easier. Initially, there will be a struggle, but this struggle is also needed for each one of us
True.
because we
And you
need
have
to.
to have good support also, I feel, support system
Yeah,
around you. So I have a help. I have somebody with me who manages the food
yeah,
and giving Hana and everything. So in that
that's
sense, I have time for myself. So I think
yeah.
having her around, she,
Helps.
yeah, she's been with
Helps.
me for the last 21 years. So she's like a family member for me, and she manages the kids and everything so that I have this
Absolutely.
time for myself.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your tips. Can we all give lots and lots of love to Sandhya, please?
Thank you so much for
Thank
giving
you
me
so
this
much for being
opportunity.
here and encouraging us, Sandhya, and with your inspiring journey as well. 13 kgs and back pain gone. Amazing. Lovely to hear that. Lovely to hear that. May God bless you with more.
Thank you so much, Ruma. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.